here. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to defy some danger. Okay, so let's come back over here, and we're gonna face danger, and we're gonna do so with agility, because we're trying to climb onto the it's a rough wall, so it's gonna give us something to grab onto, which is nice, but it's gonna be problematic. So we have to hold on there really tightly. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to face some danger. The danger being falling into the gas. Okay, weak hit. Okay, facing danger, you succeed, so we're going to make it past, but we face a troublesome cost. So we're delayed, we're going to lose some advantage, we're tired or hurt. I think we breathe some of this stuff in. I think we're going to endure some harm here. Dispirited or afraid? No, we're just going to endure some harm. So as we're making our way through this, we inhale too much of it, and we're just kind of coughing as we're making our way through. And so let's go ahead and roll on so we lose some health, and then we have to make a health roll to see how we deal with it. Okay, strong hit. I think that lets us, if we want to, when we endure harm, I think we can bump up our health back if we want to. Yeah, we can bump up some momentum, or we can exchange it for health. I'm going to keep the health. Oh, no, we have to suffer one momentum. Now, screw it. I'm going to embrace the pain and just take +1 momentum. Okay. So we've lost it, but at least we get our momentum up a little bit. That's good. That saved us last time when we were fighting the Varou. Okay, so we've made it through the tunnel, and we're coming down into the next place, and I think we're coming up to the end here. We can, maybe up ahead we can hear some voices. Something's up ahead. So let's go ahead and do what's hopefully our final Delve the Depths. Now we're going to be a little more careful about it, so we're going to use our observation and intuition again. And I'm having Reese go out first, because I want him to keep an eye out for things. These Baku, we haven't had very many runs in it. We don't know how dangerous they are. So I'm going to have Reese go out first, and he's going to give me a +1 since he's good at seeing things that are hidden. Okay, so we're going to roll our wits, but this also puts him in a line of fire potentially. Okay, we got a strong hit, which is good. Awesome. Okay, let's see what happens on our strong hit with Delve the Depths. Okay, on a strong hit, you delve deeper, mark progress, and find an opportunity. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so we're going to mark our progress. So this gets us up to 9, and this advances it to 10. Awesome. And then we're going to find an opportunity. Let's see what our opportunity is. Encounter a helpful situation or feature within a site. Roll on the following table. You can pick or envision an opportunity instead of rolling if we want to. Okay. And then we get to choose when we get to take some momentum, or we can take action now. Okay, let's do this, and I think we're going to roll on this. So let's get a D100. What do we got? What do you got for me? An 81. Okay. So we have... Okay, an area provides us an opportunity to scavenge, forage, or hunt. Nah, that doesn't make sense to me. Locate an interesting or helpful object, or get the drop on a potential foe. Both these are cool for different reasons. So let's do an up-down. So if we get a 1, we're going to just roll between a 1 and a 2. Roll D2. A 1 is top. Oh. There we go. A 2. Okay, so it's the bottom one. I think we find a thing. Okay. We locate an interesting or a helpful object. Oh, okay. So I think what we see here, this is definitely going to be where Lucia is. She's been taken here, but the Baku are also here as well. Now, we don't know anything about the Baku, and there needs to be some kind of a danger, but there's going to be something interesting or helpful in this location. So first, let's come back over to these, and I want to learn a little bit more about this location. So we're going to come down to our mine, and I want to see the feature in this area. So we're just going to roll, if I can find the darn thing. A mine, here we are. So let's just roll a D100 and see what kind of a feature we get. As long as it's higher than I think a 21. 63, perfect. Okay, so 63 is, it's an excavated chamber. Perfect. So this is a place where the air is now starting to clear up a little bit, because we can see that maybe there's like a couple of open passageways that have this is like, you know, a large cavern that's been all mined out. You know, there's timber all through here that's helping to keep it up, and maybe there's like an air shaft that's gone out to the outside. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. And then in here, there's going to be some kind of a danger that we're gonna have to deal with because the Baku have taken her, but we don't know anything about it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll on this. Yeah. We're gonna roll on our aspect and our focus to find out a little bit about what kind of a danger we have here. Okay, so we're gonna get two. Let's roll 2d100. And then we're going to consult this oracle. A 97 and a 2. Okay, a 97, it is forgotten. And a 2, it's a forgotten attack. Oh, is this like a trap or something? Or is this like a forgotten attack? That's interesting. So let's think about the Baku. The Baku, we know that they like to build and they like to protect. This has to be some kind of a trap, but like a trap that's a long old trap. And it's something that has snared Lucia. So Lucia is caught in this trap and we have to protect her. We're gonna have to get her from it if we want to get her out. And maybe she's been knocked out or we don't even know if she's conscious or unconscious. Let's find out. So what do we think the odds are that she's conscious? Maybe 50-50? Yeah, I think it's even up. So let's get a D100. And if it's low, she's out. And if it's high, then she's still conscious. She's knocked out. So it's 34. So that's going to be problematic. Okay. Because we're going to have to carry her out now. And then there's something that's pulling her through this. You know what? I think it's whatever's making that green smoke. So we know that the Baku are builders. We know that the Baku aren't here, but it's captured her somehow. So I'm imagining it's some kind of and the reason she's passed out is because she got dragged through. Check this out. So she got dragged through this green gas, and what caught her is that there was a snare. So what's now happening is that there's the drag marks from her body, and it's dragging her towards like this contraption that's along the side of the wall, and it's now going into the wall. So we can see that it's this kind of weird shimmery green portion of the wall, almost like emerald. Either emerald or jade or something. Maybe it's like pearlescent in our mind. In reality, it's probably nothing at all. And we see her being dragged towards this thing, and there's probably like like some of the mining equipment has been turned into like this kind of grinding machine, and so she's being pulled towards it. So we're gonna have to find a way to get her out of this. But there's something that's helpful here because we rolled and we found out that there is an interesting or helpful object here. Okay, so I think that there's like some kind of like a pole or something that's nearby, but it's made of the same green material. And I think what we could do is we might be able to use that to jam it into the side of this thing, you know, like into the machinery, and get it to stop. But before we do that, locate your objective. So we're gonna do this real quick. This is very similar to the journey mechanic where you're finishing your journey, but this is with delve specific. I'm gonna throw this in here just to see if we get where we're expecting to go, or if there's a further complication on top of this, just because I feel like it. So we're gonna locate our objective, and this will also resolve this top one, the journey, at the same time. So let's go ahead and roll for it and see how we do. Oh, good, it's a strong hit. And on a strong hit, we're going to look at your objective. So good. And the situation favors you. It's all good. There's no kind of hidden weird thing here. We can take another move now and add +1 if we want to. And we can take +1 on a momentum if we want. Okay. So there's a couple things. Number one, I think for our vow, this definitely is progress. So I vow to find Lucia and bring her home to Tallus. So we've definitely found Lucia. Here we are. So this is dangerous. This is a 2. This is scary because there should be more here. We found her right off the bat. Oh, I wonder if this is really Lucia, or is there going to be more going on here? Okay, well, let's find out. So we can go ahead and get rid of these. These are done now. So let's go ahead and drop these. Those are both complete. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to make our way in and jam this like green pole, this green stone pole, into the machinery to get it to stop. Because we need to stop. We still need to get her off this thing, but let's start with that. So I think we need to defy danger, using speed. So we're gonna have to use edge on this one. Whew. Otherwise, she's gonna get pulled into this thing, and then who knows what's gonna happen here. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Okay, great, strong hit. So on defy danger, let's come back over to here. So it's not defy danger, it's face danger. I'm thinking of another game. Okay, here we are. So we're successful. We're going to take +1 momentum, and I think we forgot to take another +1 momentum on the completion hit for the delve. Okay, so we're up to 7 now. That's great. Okay, so we come up. We rush down. We grab this like jade. We're gonna call it jade for now. This like kind of this pearlescent jade, like a metal shaft, and we just jam it into the side of the machinery, and it's slowing it down. It's not grading it because it's the same. It's made of the same kind of thing, but it's slowed it down. And now we have to find some way to release her from this, from whatever. It's not like a rope. It's like whatever the snare is around her leg. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Should we try to cut it off? Should we just try to hit it with our weapon? I think we could, but instead what I'm gonna do is I think we're gonna have to ward this thing. Does that make sense? Let's see. It's not a foe. We're not inflicting harm against a foe. No, and I don't want to destroy the thing. I just want to get her legs out of it. So let's see if we can just slip her leg out. Let's not be sneaky or overly tricky about this thing. Let's not overcomplicate. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to, would this be face danger or secure an advantage? I feel like this is secure an advantage. We're going to try to gain the leverage here. We want to slip her legs out of it. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let's give it a try. And we're going to use, I think we have to use aggressive action to just kind of pull her legs out of this. So let's roll plus iron. Okay, so normally be a miss, but we can burn a momentum. It's a 4. Yeah, I mean, we really do need the weak hit here. I don't want to have this thing go sideways on me. So let's go ahead and burn the momentum. This takes us down to a +2 because our reset is still a 2. Okay, and what do we get on a weak hit? Let's see. On a weak hit for secure an advantage. Okay. Short-lived. You got to take +1 momentum. Okay, so we're going to take our +1 momentum, and we managed to slip a leg out of there. I'd say probably like maybe both legs. And then I think there's more to this trap. Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our +1 momentum, and I think we've slipped her leg out of there. So we're going to give ourselves another progress. The problem is, I think what we find is that the air vents are starting to close. So the air passageways that are keeping the air clear in here are starting to close, and now that green gas is starting to fill this room a little more than it was before. This is a problem. How are we gonna get through this? Okay, so let's think about this for a second. We need to know if there's another way out of here. Or is it just the only way back in? I think it's the only way back in. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to pick up Lucia and take her back with us. I don't risk waking her up right now or even trying to, because she might try to attack us, and then we have to deal with that while we're in here. That'd be just a train wreck. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to throw her over our shoulder, and then we're going to try to carry her out, but we're going to have to hold our breath at the same time. Man, that's going to be just a pain. I also want to take that post with me, like that green thing. That's super cool. So I think what we do is I'm going to take the green post out. We'll have to deal with it later. So I'll do a quick lash together for my staff and my spear, with little metal, with the iron cap on it. I just strap them together. And then I kind of shove it into like a backsling, or, put it into a loop on my backpack. And then I take her and I throw her over the other shoulder, and I'm going to have to carry her out of here. And the danger I'm going to have to face is making my way back through that last corridor with her on my back. So we're going to have to face danger, definitely. And this is going to be with endurance. Yep, because we have to hold our breath and push our way through. And we get a roll plus iron. So I really need this to go well. So let's go ahead and roll our iron. It's a miss. Of course it's a miss. Okay. Awesome. Okay, let's see what happens. Face danger and a miss. You fail. Your progress is undermined by a dramatic and costly turn of events. Pay the price. I think we need to roll on the pay the price to find out. I have an idea of what we could do here, but I really want to. I want to see what's going to happen. Let's make this thing go sideways on us. So pay the price is it's in here somewhere. Here we go. Pay the price. Okay, let's get a D100 and find out how bad this is going to be. 67, huh? Okay, it's harmful. Okay, so as we're pushing our way through this, I think we just take full on 2 harm. Like this stuff starts coming into our we start drawing in our lungs way too much, and I think even she starts to breathe it into. Lucia starts to breathe it in, so she's gonna take some harm, and then I take full 2 harm. Yeah, we're gonna drop our health to 1 on this one. That's bad. And now we have to roll either our health or our iron. Let me double check. Undo harm. Yep, I can roll my iron. Yeah, so as I'm coming through this, I'm just like hacking probably blood at this point because there's all that green stuff in the air is now getting in my lungs, and it's starting to like I'm spitter. My spittle has blood in it, and it's just just getting in my beard, and it's on my arm as I'm trying to wipe it away, and trying to just cover my mouth and keep as much of this green gas out as I can, which is just not working out very well. So let's go ahead and roll our iron to see how we handle it. Of course, it's a miss. And on a miss, we also suffer 1 momentum loss. Okay, so now we're down to a 2 momentum. And we managed to push our way into the main open hallway. Is there another trap here that we have to deal with? I feel like there is. I feel like there's something else that's going to be waiting here. So is it going to be a Varou that's waiting for us, or is it going to be something from? I don't think it's going to be another trap because we already said that it was a forgotten trap. This was something that was left from before, and it's already been triggered. I think there's a chance that there's going to be. I think there's going to be a Varou here. Now the problem is, are we going to be able to keep hidden from them? So I'm going to say we're going to roll to face danger, and we're going to try to do it with stealth. So let's see if we're coming through and trying to cough our lungs out at the same time, if we've managed to at least stifle it enough that the Varou that's going to be waiting for us here, this was the traveling companion of Lucia, that Lucia was coming back to come and basically tattle on us to see if he gets the drop on us first. So we're going to roll our shadow, and I think at this point we still have no Reese is with us, but he's not keeping an eye out for us right now. So we're just going to roll straight up shadow. Okay, it's a weak hit. That's not terrible. Okay, so we succeed, but we're going to face a troublesome cost. So I think we're going to suffer some supply loss. So as we're coming through, some of the food that we had with us, it's been spoiled in this green gas that we're carrying. So like one of our we don't notice it now. We're going to notice it later. Some of our mushrooms have gone bad. They've gone sour for whatever reason. This gas has gotten into it and decayed it. Who knows what it's doing to our lungs? So we're going to drop our supply. But thankfully, we do have the drop on this Varou that's here. So as we come out into the open cave area that we initially first came into, there's a Varou that's here, and he's at the door. He's looking around. He knows that Lucia came through here. The hulking beast barely, able to fit through the opening. We're gonna have to get through this thing. I think that getting her out of that initial danger. Nope. I don't think this is. Has that been progress enough for us getting her out of the trap? No, not yet. we're gonna have to get her. We're gonna have to get her out past this Varou, and then I think we're gonna be chased by the Varou too, even if we manage to. Okay, so do we want to? I really don't want to attack this thing because we're already we're hurt badly. We're having a hard time breathing. Our chest is still not fully healed from the last time we took on one of these Varou. I think what we need to do is, do we try to trick our way past, or do we just try to like rush past him or something when he comes through? I think that's what I don't think rushing past him is going to work. I think we have to fight this thing. I really don't want to. Could we trick him? Well, that's going to be shadow. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to try to like hug a wall or something and see if he can come in a little bit further. So we're going to try to gain an advantage, and we're going to try to position ourselves in this open mine passageway, because he just came through. His eyes are still not adjusted to the light yet. Oh, we still have the fire thing. Okay. Let's remember that. We're going to see if we can do this. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to see if we can stick to the wall quietly and get him to come in, and then we're going to try to rush past. And then if we can even make it that far, we're going to try to do a thing. But let's see if we can even pull it off. So we're going to use our you know what? Screw that. We're not doing that at all. We're going to use our move. So what we do is we're going to drop Lucia on the ground. Or we prop her up against the wall. So we're going to like put her up against the wall as best we can, away from all the green stuff. But if she just went through it already, so hopefully she's not breathing all that well. We'll figure her out later. Right now we have this Varou in front of us. We're going to use our ward. So what I do is I'm standing there. The Varou still doesn't have his eyes adjusted to the light yet, and then I pull out my my stone, my little grinding stone, and then I grind off some of the shavings of iron. And then what I'm doing is I'm taking it with my spear, swinging it around, and creating this ward circle right in front of where the hallway is. So this is where that hallway that was right behind us, the cavern that was just behind us, the tunnel that was filled with this green gas. And we're using this as we're going to try to use it as a trap. So let's see what happens here. First, we have to roll on it. So we're going to roll plus wits to see if we can do this, set up this ward the right way. So let's go ahead and roll our wits. It's a weak hit. That's not great, but it's better than bad. Okay, and on the weak hit, we got to choose one. Well, we know what it's going to be. We want our ward to trap this foe, this Varou, as it comes after us, as it tries to rush us. So since we have the upgraded version, it's almost certain that the ward is going to work as a trap. Okay, so let's find out what that looks like. So the Varou is there. The Varou sees us, and the Varou is going to start coming at us. He definitely hears the grinding of the of the iron cap on the ground as I'm swinging around us, making this circle. Doesn't know the danger he's in yet, but I think he's going to try to rush us, and then maybe even starts to see Lucia's body as he comes in close. But that's what we want him to do. We want him to rush us. We want him to fall into this trap. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to face danger, to roll out of the way as he's rushing us so that he gets caught in this trap. Okay, this is super dangerous. Okay, so we're going to face danger. This is all kinds of bad with speed and agility. So we're going to roll plus edge. Here we go. It's a weak hit. I'll take it. I already know what I'm going to pick. This is ultra friggin' stressful. Okay, so on a weak hit we succeed, but we're going to face a troublesome cost. We're going to endure some stress because this is the second time in a day that we've had to face these incredibly powerful Varou, and it's never worked out to our benefit. So we're going to take some spirit hit here, and then we'll test it. Weak hit. So we managed to, we take the hit. We're okay. Okay. So it's stressing us the hell out. This thing probably just comes really close to grabbing us, and we roll out of the way, and we roll towards where Lucia is. But now we need to see if the trap is going to work. So we know from our upgraded asset that the ward is now almost certain to trap our foe. So let's find out. So almost certain means, if we come over to the rules here, Oh, okay. We got to find it. Where is it? No setbacks, no sufferers. Ask the Oracle. If it's almost certain, it's an 11 or greater. So on a D100, if it's an 11 or greater, then the Varou is going to be trapped in this. Whew. I'm glad I got that bump. If that would have been the likely, then it wouldn't have been trapped. So if we didn't have this upgrade, he would have been trapped, and we'd be in a fight right now, and probably dead. Okay, so what I do is I pick up, Lago picks up Lucia and just hightails it for the door. And what I do is I throw Lucia on the ground, off to the side a bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook this dude. So what I do is we get a far enough distance away. I know the ward's gonna hold, and it's gonna hold for long enough that I need to do this activity. Because I believe it in my mind, and because the Varou is not actually real. So I throw Lucia on the ground in the open air so that she can start to hack this stuff out. And she's probably kind of like gently gagging, and there's like some stuff that's starting to pour out of her mouth. It's probably not healthy at all, but we're one problem at a time. And what I do is I light my torch. And then once it's good and going, I just look right at the Varou as I'm seeing him through the cave entrance, and I just chuck it in there, and the thing just lights and explodes, and probably just does this whole burn effect that just shoots out. We probably hear like a rumbling from inside. That cave structure is probably going to be toast. And it's probably likely that some of the other folks from the Varou party heard that. So let's roll and find out if they heard it. Yeah. So if it's a 26 or higher, they heard it. Some of the other Varou heard it. So there's Varou there nearby that are close enough to have heard it. Or whoever else are out here. Or the Baku, or whoever knows who. But regardless, that Varou is gone. Charred embers. We're not going back in to take a look or see what's going on there. All I'm doing is I'm just going to throw Lucia back over my shoulder, and we're going to head back. We have to go back to Mournriver. But I am going to absolutely mark our progress here. So we've got her at least out of the huge danger, and now I think we need a journey back home. And this isn't like a huge deal. This isn't a huge trek back to Mournriver. We know our way. So let's go ahead and come back over to progress. And if we run into problems, we know absolutely what it's going to be. The Varou were on our track. They're on our tail. So journey back to Mournriver with Lucia. Okay. Do we care enough to really give her a once over and see what's going on? Nope. She's I'm doing Tallus a solid here. I'm bringing her back, but we don't have the time. And that explosion, I'm sure they're going to be right on our tail. So we got to get out of here. So Lucia is going to be what she's going to be when we get back. We'll figure that out. And this is going to be troublesome because we have to just make our way back through the caves to the cave, and then to the cave that's going to lead us back to Mournriver. So here we go. Let's start making some rolls and hope for the best. So we got our wits. And we're really injured. We're going to have to deal with that when we get back. Okay, a weak hit. That's not so bad. So on a weak hit for making our progress for journey, we reach a waypoint and mark progress. Okay. So we get back to the cave. So we can see there's the cave entrance that will lead us to the tunnels, takes us back to Mournriver. We can see that that's the stream that'll take us in. That's when we want to go down. So we're going to mark. I've always have some supply. We're like trying to bandage ourselves, and maybe we're using we're trying to drink something to clear that stuff out of our chest and out of that acrid taste out of our throats and our mouth. Okay, so let's mark some progress here. 3. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Cool. And let's press on. Hopefully we don't run into even more trouble when we come through the caves. And of course, what do we do when we come through is we run into more trouble in the caves. Okay. So, no. On a miss. You're waylaid by a perilous event. Pay the price. We're going to pay the price here because I want to see... I don't want this just to be the obvious... the Varou are here and they're going to attack me. Oh no.